Hey, I'm not sure about you, but I'm the kind of person, there's a difference between show and tell. When I say tell, it's more of I'm talking about a programming thing. I'm talking about alignment to yourself versus being told. In my first job, I would do things differently. And my boss would say, well, if you do it this way, I said, well, if I do it, and basically we came to the conclusion, not everyone does the job the same way. All that matters is at the end of the day, the results. Some people can achieve faster results because their brains work a little differently. That doesn't mean the ones that don't achieve the faster results don't understand. It just means the brains understand things differently. There's no reason to differentiate. With the exception of the brains think differently. Therefore, I learned my greatest lessons from disabled people. The brains think differently. Disabled people were taught that they can, to believe in themselves, believe in you, your capabilities, you. Therefore, they were able to grow and amplify. I am what I call a codependent people pleaser. I was afraid of adversity and the worst. Of confrontation was something that didn't feel well. My own voice, I did it too. I allowed it. I would allow it to be suffocated to such stifling levels that now all of a sudden I was living for their feelings, regardless of any of my own. It's one of the most invisible places on earth to be. To entirely dismiss everything about your own inside yourself. I didn't hear my body. A little crank here. I'm like, today I know to stretch this or that, or get at the ankles and the bottom calves and stretch out all of the... Today I know not to sit all the time in one position. That's... Any electrician knows that if you have a wire and it's kinked in one position, what happens to it? Come on, everybody, we know this stuff, but we don't know. But we do know, comprehensively, we all do know when we're doing something that isn't good for us. We all already know. We know when we're putting ourselves aside for someone else. It's one thing to do it in comfort because of a really traumatic situation. But to do it consistently, not only did I make myself feel incapable of my own decisions, thoughts, even abilities. Thinking that way, thinking that way, I held other people responsible for my feelings too. I'm sorry I've done that. We were all conditioned and programmed. It isn't your fault my fault, anyone's fault. So why don't you just take that out of the scenario? We all think differently. My best trainer, they come from the Special Olympics. They have a can-do attitude, and it's what can you do, not what can you do for me, but what can you do? What can you do next? I wrote about it. I believe, in the most profound of terms, from someone trying to figure it out with a voice of leave me alone, and using all kinds of big words to deter people from coming close, just to reel you in at the end. Into yourself, to show you how to find self-love, to show you how to find your voice. I didn't tell anybody, did I? You just show. That's how I found my voice. I have intentions of continuing to find more of my voice. If all I'm meant to do is walk around and say things that you want me to say, well, why don't you just say them for me? And I don't need to say anything now, do I? My job's been done. You just said it for me. Think about that. I choose specific words for a reason. I've had friends say, why do you keep repeating what you're saying? I said, well, because those are the words I choose to say. Your interpretation of my words has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying. Everyone interprets things differently too, based on those perceptions. Perceptions are either accusations or their gratitude that anything's happening to begin with. Everyone knows an accusation is just an assumption. Everyone knows that. And everyone does it. I got people yelling at me, I don't read. Oh, yes, you do. If you're micromanaging or judging a situation and waiting for something to happen, you most certainly do read. You're predicting catastrophic events. No wonder they're happening. You could read with an open mind instead of a predictive, catastrophic, oh, that's going to happen. Watch, just wait. Just wait one more day. You'll see. Okay. I say I'm going to go out on the porch and enjoy those birds and the fresh air, and because tomorrow it could be raining. Or tomorrow I couldn't even be here. I don't know. My intentions are to live well into my 90s. I have goals. 2, my cellular structure and my bone density. If my goals are getting in my 90s, I gotta focus on those 2 deals. Anything else that comes out above and beyond that is a bonus, not a goal. I know a whole bunch of people heard that just now. I am reliable to myself. I am accountable to myself. Self-reliant, self-accountable. Reliable to myself. Responsible, accountable to myself. First and foremost. As that oxygen mask. Because if I'm faulty, whatever I'm trying to do down the road will be faulty. It'll be rushed. It'll be forced. It just won't come out right. Everything flows naturally when I'm reliable, responsible to myself. I actually feel a lot more capable. But that doesn't mean I don't need nor even have the right to ask for help. To be shunned and shamed for asking for help? What's that all about? Everybody thinks differently. Are we all supposed to think the same and act the same and talk the same and walk the same and are we? Are you sure? That's that obey and compliance voice. Are you rigid? Are you sure? Is that your ego? Do you know? Do you? Elaborate. Shannon.